Hello all, welcome back to the course on hybrid and electrical vehicle. So past three videos we had discussed about the third unit, that is electrical drives. In continue with this, today we're going to discuss about brushless DC motor. There are three type of DC motors is available in the market. One is permanent magnet DC motor, and second one is electromagnet DC motor, and third one is brushless DC motor, right? The advantage of a brushless DC motor is it doesn't have a brush, it doesn't have a carbon brush. So today in this video we're going to discuss about what are the components in it, and the working principle uh, of brushless DC motor. So in the brushless DC motor, in an electric motor is known as electrically commutated motors, or a synchronous motor that are powered by a DC electrical source. Uh, you know, uh, the magnetic field generated by the stator and rotor rotates at the same frequency and no slip, right? And the stator consists of several coils which current is lead through creating a magnetic field that makes a rotor turns. Again, here we have a two principle as Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, as well as Fleming electric and rule. The brushless DC motor having the same component what we had discussed in the DC motor. It having stator yoke, stator's yoke, and rotor field winding, armature winding, and and it is having a rotor. So the only difference between brushed DC motor as well as brushless DC motor is it having a sensor, it having a Hall effect sensor instead of commutator and carbon brush. So I just straight away move on to the components. These are some components. The outer portion we have a yoke and a stator. On the inner side you have a rotor and armature winding, and shaft, and then bearings, and in the middle shaft we have fixed the Hall effect sensor. The use of Hall effect sensor is to detect the position of the rotor, right? So based on that it supplies the current to the stator. Here we have using electromagnetic stator. Electromagnetic stator is nothing but it having a pole shoes as well as field winding. If you supply the current to the field winding, it acts as a permanent magnet. It is known as electromagnetic stator. So I just move on to the top components. One is stator. The outer portion having a stator, it having pole shoes slots as well as pole shoes. Over it we have a winding, and the center we have a rotor is act as a permanent magnet, and the number of poles of the rotor is same as the stator. If you have a two set of poles in the stator, you have to use same number of poles in the rotor also. And the rotor shaft carries the rotor position sensor. It is a Hall effect sensor. It helps to detect the position of the rotor, right? Rotor magnet. So based on that signal given by the Hall effect sensor, the control unit supply the current to the field winding which is wounded over the stator. And here the electric commutator function is same as that mechanical commutator in DC motor. The only thing is in a brushless DC motor we have a use of Hall effect sensor. It is act as a electronic commutator. So here you have a image of a brushless DC motor. In the outer portion we have a permanent magnet. The inner side we have a stator, and it is here in the brushless DC motor the outer portion is movable, so it is act as a rotor, right? So inner portion is a fixed one, right? The inner portion having a pole shoes as well as armature winding. It is field winding, it is act as a stator. So it is a common difference between other kind of DC motor as well as brushless DC motor. So when you're going for Electromagnet kind of DC motor, the outer portion is fixed and it is act as a stator, inner portion is movable, it is act as a armature. But in a brushless DC motor, the outer portion is movable and inner portion is fixed one. So in this image, the left side image, you can see the outer portion, it has one set of permanent magnet, and the inner portion, it is fixed one, and it is having a pole shoes. Over the pole shoes, it has a number of field winding. When you supply the current, when you supply the current in it, it's create a magnetic flux and try to rotate as based on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. In the in the bottom side you have three set of windings, A, B, C. These windings is directly connected with the Hall effect sensor. This Hall effect sensor is placed in the middle shaft, right? So the middle shaft will keep on detecting the magnet position of rotor. So based on that, it supply the current to the stator. So whether it's maybe supply current to A or it's whether supply to current to B or C, it's purely depends upon the magnet, position of the magnet of rotor. So unlike a brushed DC motor, the commutation of brushed DC motor is controlled electronically. So it is important to note that rotor position is in order to understand which winding will be energized following the energizing sequence. You just try to imagine in the center of shaft we have a Hall effect sensor. So this Hall effect sensor is connected to the each stator winding, right? So these Hall effect sensor is keep on detecting the position of permanent magnet in the stator, right? So based on the position of permanent magnet of rotor, and then it is supply the current to the field winding, right? So if it is far away from the point A, if the permanent magnet is far away from the point A, it supplies the current to the point B, and if nearer to the point A, it supplies the current to the point C. So based on that, the Hall effect sensor allow the current to energize the stator stator winding, so that it is called as Hall effect sensor is also called as electronic commutator. It is called as electronic commutator. And there are two type of sensors used to detect the position of rotor. One is Hall effect sensor and optical encoder. The use of both the devices to detect the position of the rotor, position of the permanent magnet in the rotor. And this is the working principle of Hall effect sensor. Here you have a view of Hall effect sensor. This Hall effect sensor is connected to the rotor winding, stator winding. So this Hall effect sensor is keep on detecting the position of rotor, right? So based on the position, it is energize the field winding, whether it's supply current to A or B or C. It purely depends upon the position of the magnet in the rotor. And it have some advantages compared to brushed DC motor. One is increased reliability and efficiency and longer life. There is no weird part like commutator and brush, so that it increases motor life and elimination of sparks from commutator. If you are keep on using the weird commutator as well as brushes, it may create some spark. This causes the some huge harmful explosions. So it eliminates these kind of issues and reduce frictions. There is no wearing parts and faster rate of voltage and current. So these are some valuable advantages over the brushless DC motor. And also they having some drawbacks. One is requires complex drive circuits. Here we have using sensors, so it requires complex circuits to supply the current, and requires additional sensors. We are using Hall effect sensor or encoder to identify the position of the magnet in the rotor, and so you have to spend some more money to here you have using sensors. It's much costlier compared to mechanical devices, and some designs requires manual high educated labors. Here you are using sensors and complex circuits, so it needs some knowledgeable you know service man to rectify the issues if there is any issues will happen, right? So these are some drawbacks over the brushless DC motor, right? So so in this I just wind up the class right over here. So in the next class we will discuss about the working of AC motor, right? So the AC motor is having some more advantages compared to DC kind of electrical drives. Thank you.